Welcome to the cave. Something's going on with Facebook. See if I can figure it out. All right, my frame on my TV keeps freezing. Is the video freezing up on everyone? If the video is freezing, give me an exclamation point. Or tell me no, it's not freezing. Rachel, I'm going to get to you first, darling. Is that Krista? Hi, Krista. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Rachel. Not freezing. Something going on with my TV. Something going on with my TV. It is a freezing TV. Gonna sit for a moment. Just got in from a band rehearsal. Oh my God, learning a whole bunch of 80s songs that I forgot. Oh my God. Hello, YouTube. YouTube in the house. All right. Tonight, we're going to dwell in the cave, and we're going to be speaking about what veil? What veil? Hello, Melanie. What veil? Hi, Kelly. We've heard for over the course of time that there's a veil. I understand it. Do we really know what that veil is, first and foremost? So how can we identify what a veil is to have any success of ever dissipating it, moving through it, or have it diminish completely? Rachel, I will get to you shortly, dear. You have been asking, and I will talk to you about your scenario. The veil. What is this veil? First and foremost, hi Cindy. First and foremost, the veil can be seen as our own thoughts that separate us from unity consciousness. Guilt, fear, suffering, insecurities, jealousy, just all these negative emotions, these negative ideas. We create a self-induced veil. We feel that we are separate, ego, from unity consciousness. That's one idea of the veil. Cindy says, hello, first time here. Hi. Long day, kind of tired. Just thought I'd check in for a few. Blessings. So the veil can be seen as our own monkey-minded ideas that keep us separate from unity consciousness. A veil. Hello, Mark. Now we're going to talk about a different kind of veil. It's all our self-responsibility, but there are influences on every level of life. Your friends, your family, people you like, people you don't like, things that you don't know that exist and move all around you, in and out and all about you. We're influenced on every level. So in that way, it can be seen, take this correctly, but I don't have to buffer it. There is an extraterrestrial race, corporeal or non-corporeal, that are keeping us at bay with thought. They're using their think tank, their psyche, Their whatever it is they're doing, their intelligence, their intellect, and they're holding us down. That would be the negative force, light, dark, in, out, up, down, duality. Basically, regardless, it is your responsibility. The veil is our own ideas of being separate from God, unity consciousness. So now that we know what the veil is, which has to be first to ever understand how to move through it. We talk about ego, we talk about spirit. But what is this thing called the veil? It is sort of like this bubble that we have created and put around ourselves somewhat to protect us from the world. That's what the ego is. My opinions, my ideas about myself and the world, and I need to protect myself because the world can be a bad place. But it's not only about protection as if, ooh, something's out to get me. Because you don't really want to protect yourself from something you think that wants to get you. Here's the trick in that. Giving yourself a reason to put up a wall of protection is what brings that very thing to you as to why you feel you need to be protected. It could be a dangerous trap. So instead of, I'm going to put up protection around me because I want to keep that thing out, how about just surround yourself in light and peace? Because under that umbrella is everything else. Rachel, I will tell you off the get-go, when you come into this particular form of the cave, anything that anyone uses, I will take to the hilt into the cave, and I will use it as I need to bring forth lesson. It may apply to you where I go with it. It may apply to others. It may not apply to you. It may not apply. It doesn't matter. Rachel, I am already getting the energy from you that you're speaking about not taking responsibility. All my neighbors are so nasty to me all the time. I get that. So leave that there, please. Because the more you get involved in telling me the story and the woes of your life, the more I'm going to lean into it harder. And it may not feel so nice. But my aim is to be beautiful with you. Because the cave is about stepping into a place where the truth has to be revealed, kid gloves or not. And I will not keep it concealed from you because I care about you. And I want you to experience something that obviously you have been dealing with for quite many years because I can feel it in your energy. So since you're not able to do it, to jump off the cliff, to be thrown into the fire, I will pick you up and throw you into the fire. And you will come out clean, burned, and transcended on the other side. That's always my aim. If you choose to play my game about getting out of shame, self-induced, and blame about others who enforced it upon you. Hello, Carson Ann. Hello, Cooliz, Elaine. So, Rachel wants me to talk about her, and I will give you all my love. But I will push, dear, because I care. And I ask you to step back and just take it in. As I share with you what I want to share with you, catch yourself moving into a defensive posture. Catch yourself not willing to take it in. Just take it in. Use what you can use, throw the rest in the trash. Rachel has asked me in quite a few feeds now about her aches, osteoarthritis, I think, diseases, pains, and every day. And then she goes on and says, hey, Scott. Hi, Cooliz. I'm glad you're here for the first time. Notify me when Keith goes live. All my neighbors are so nasty to me all the times as well. So, Rachel, let's talk about your aches and your pains. Definitely, first and foremost, never see yourself as suffering. I'm so glad you did not use that word. You literally called them aches and pains. I think that is definitely a level up. You did not use I suffer all the time. Thank you. I get the feeling you're telling me, Keith, I ache and I have pains a lot, and people are nasty to me. Those people that are nasty to you now in your life have been nasty to you all of your life. You've seen enough nastiness around you all of your life. A lot of it was towards you. A lot of it was not towards you, but because you've perfected the art of taking it in, everything felt painful to you. There are aches in life. You feel all these aches in life. My heart aches. My stomach aches. My head aches from all these achy things around me in my life. And they're showing up as osteoarthritis. Arthritis is guilt, self-induced guilt. That's why in rheumatoid arthritis and other arthritis patients, you see their hands doing this. Their hands do this. It's guilt. It's self-induced guilt. You were subjected to a lot of aches and pains in life. The pains of life. Heart pangs. Life pains. You have done this so much that you have integrated what is not the truth, but something that has been your experience for many, many years. Hello Mandy. I also want to say that the nastiness that you're describing from your neighbors, or the lens, is the lens that you were looking through. Look, trust me, I get it. I don't like anyone being nasty to me either. Okay? I'm in the same boat with you, sister. I am. You get nasty with me, I understand the game of energy. I'll reflect to you your energy. You're nice to me, I will reflect to your energy. But I want you to see this as a lens that you are looking through. The question I pose, and you don't have to answer, this is rhetorical, nobody has to know your business. Use this as a marker to see how you are treating yourself. Are you the one treating yourself nasty as to why you've taken on these aches and pains of the world, of people who did things to you, people who didn't do things to you? You were so good at the art, you learned how to do it to yourself. When you listen, take in, implement this process that I'm offering to you, you will find your aches and pains of your life begin to lighten up. They will begin to dwindle. Because now you are loosening the fabric that you so have perfectly woven all those years ago and still to this day. And it's causing you pain. You saying this is what bullshit? As far as these people, I understand, dear. I understand people can be cruel. Is there a need that you have to associate with them? Do you have to communicate with them? Can't they just be left alone? Or do they cross your path? It's really going to be about you finding a strategy, dear, to be in the proximity of these people if you have to connect to them. I am asking you to look at the pains in your life and see what they are really asking from you. Kuliz, hi. I'm gonna go check on Kuliz, see if we're friends. If not, we are friends. She says, Rachel says, dwindle, Keith, they still in my neck and it's osteoporosis, Keith. So what the neck has to deal with, Rachel, is the ability to turn, the ability to navigate in life, to know what direction to move. Your mobility is becoming achy. Everywhere you look, I see a pain in life, those neighbors. So I turn over here and I look and I see other things that are painful, but I get hooked on it and my neck begins to freeze. Then I find something else in life that validates to me how achy and painful life can be, and I freeze in it. Your words to me are hard to understand. They're misspelled. Kuliz says, yes, that's how you pronounce it. Thank you. She asked about, I have scoliosis. How is that caused? They thought my sister, who was 2 years older than me, had scoliosis. They found out after it's not scoliosis. She had Friedreich's ataxia. This is what scoliosis is. Scoliosis is a sideways, very important, dear. It is a sideways curvature of the spine that occurs most often during the growth spurt just before puberty. While scoliosis can be caused by conditions such as cerebral palsy and muscular dystrophy, the cause of scoliosis is unknown, and I'm telling you, it is not unknown. That's a pretty freaking bold statement. Now I'm going to give it to you. Hello, Steve Cobb. Scoliosis is a curvature of the spine that occurs most often during the growth spurt just before puberty. Kuliz, what I would like you to entertain for you, you don't have to divulge any of your personal information. A curvature of the spine, an inability to be able to stand erect within oneself at this growing stage of your life, all the way up to 12, 12 and a half, before puberty. And this integral growth period of your life, you don't have to divulge it. I don't have to be right. I don't do this to be right. What was taking place in your life, in the development of your life, all the way up to puberty, that did not reflect you being erect, solid and whole within yourself. Something that gave you absolute balance and the ability to move forward without an issue. What was taking place in your life that caused a thought process, that created a feeling process, that integrated and initiated, integrated, and now graduated into the dis-ease of what is called scoliosis. What was happening? You don't have to answer. This is your personal business. What was happening around you that was not being taught to you about how to be strong, firm, and upright? Cindy says, maybe I'm on the wrong page. Almost everyone I know is pretty nice. I have some physical issues, but every day is an opportunity to continue to feel better. That's lovely. So maybe I'm not sure what this page is about. I feel pretty damn good. I love that you feel pretty damn good. You're welcome here to be an anchor for everyone else. It's not that we are taking this approach as if someone is broken. I am creating this space for me and for me alone. But because I am a man of service, anyone who wants to play in the cave with me, hang out with me. I'm a cool cat, man. I love having a whole bunch of fun. I don't play pseudo-spirituality. I like having fun with my spirituality. But I get into the meat and potatoes. I get very, very real. I'm very, very passionate about what I do. I'm so passionate because I understand what passion has done for me. It set me on fire. So much so, I cannot contain that divine fire within me. And I want to hand it to those who are reaching for something that maybe in their life just may be just out of their reach. That's what I do here. I am a spiritual teacher. I'm a best-selling author. I'm a radio show host. I am an avatar in awakening. I'm a disciple of God-realized men from India. I'm very confident and solid in what I do. Everything I do, everyone in this room will tell you, is because I absolutely care unequivocally about you. I love you beyond measure. It may be a little tough. It's okay. Don't take it personally. Also know that if I offer anything to anyone ever, and it's tender, the truth is not a salve, tincture, nor band-aid. The truth is a head knocker. It's a ball buster. It'll split you open to keep us out of systematic belief into infinite expansion. So if anything that I ever or anyone ever brings forth in the cave that but hurts anyone, that means we are truly walking on sacred ground. That's what the cave is about. Everyone coming together and watch everyone walk on sacred ground together so we can all move into the divine fire together. But the question is, are we willing to go into hellfire to reach the divine fire and aspire to something higher that we can all acquire and jump into the divine fire? Woo! That's where I'm going. Hi, Nicole. Rachel says, I am so fed up being in chronic illness, disease, pains, day in and day out so much. Jump into the fire of your life, precious. Ask it with all of your fire. What is it I am not understanding? Invite the aches and pains. Listen, you can resist the aches and pains all you want. Basically, it's like using a spiritual aspirin or an aspirin on any level. Trying to at least buffer it because it hurts so much. All right, they hurt. You've been living with it. You know it hurts. It's nothing you've never handled before. Now use it as a tool to elevate yourself, dear Rachel. Listen. Go inside and say, okay, come on. Come with me. I'm in the cave. Nothing can hurt me in this cave. I am surrounded by spirit. I am spirit. Spirit surrounds me as I am it. And invite all those events in your life, one at a time if you must, like cutting a branch individually off of a dead tree. Eventually you get done. Or you could whack the whole tree down at the bottom. But go into a space inside of yourself of illumination and bring in those darknesses and look at them. Really look at them and say, this happened when I was 5 years old. Damn right it hurt. I am going to resolve and dissolve this issue right here and right now. And forgive whatever happened. See how you could have seen, thought, and felt differently. Spin it to win it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Make yourself the master of a time, a period of your life that pulled you into this current, dear. That's it. And take each one until you find yourself in a momentum of expressing something different. Kuliz says, Kuliz, I'll get to you next, Kelly Beautiful. And then from being told that the woman that took me in, and being told that the woman that took me in would say she hated me, she didn't like me, and why did she take me in? So obviously, Kuliz, what I've expressed to you about your early life would be true for you. The healing that could take place for you, as it can for Rachel, is exactly the same. Probably, if I ask you to close your eyes right now, please do. Just for a second, just close your eyes. And think about those people, Rachel. All those people, even the neighbors. Think about it. Let it get you worked up. Let it work you up. Same with you, Kuliz. Think about that person that invited you in and said she hated you. Close your eyes and bring it to the fore. Put it in your hands and look at it. It's already triggering you off. It's already firing you off into that place of, right? That's lying inside of you until you do the work. So what you do is you open up yourself by inviting it in, and look at it really carefully, almost like a wet clay, so you can mold and manipulate it into something of a more playful nature. You have to shape not only your present nor your future, but you have to go back and reshape your past into something like that clay, that when it solidifies, you have a firm, solid ground to stand on. If not, you will repeat the same lesson, aches and pains, scoliosis, being half-sided because you can't lean into your reality straight up and forward. This is the level that of work that is required. This is the dance. Hi, Shasha. Okay, Rachel, you bring it into the fire. You want to dive into the fire. Let's turn up the fire, Rachel. Again, you're bringing forth, but you don't understand, Keith. I am in pain. You said it to me twice. Please understand, I have the awareness and the intelligence to tell you, my dear one. I understand. Now, what I'm trying to share with you, do you equally understand what I am offering? Let's not get into the, oh my God, but you don't understand, I got these pains and my neighbors. This is suffering. You don't want to go to suffering. This is your moment to take in, to not tell me how you are experiencing your reality. You are here for me to share with you the opportunity that can lift you into something different. So what I am offering you, beautiful sister, is I'm in pain and it hurts all the time. You already know that. You don't have to tell anybody that ever again. This is your journey. Okay? But instead of, here's the difference, sweetheart. This will shift you from, the name of this platform is The Cave, slave to brave. This will shift you from being a slave of the mind into brave of the spiritual warrior. Hear me, everyone who is in ache and pains, who has any conditions in your life. This can be an emotional condition, spiritual condition. It all is the same. So instead of, you don't understand, I have these issues. You don't understand I have these issues. I say, well, yeah, I understand. You told me twice. So now I want you to understand what I have for you that can change it all for you. If you've been dealing with it for years and have had no success, you have nothing to lose. So instead of, I have these things, I hope they go away, to, this thing claims it has me. And I want to look at you, finally, and you look at it honestly, objectively. Just look. Don't judge it. Wow. Instead of calling this a pain, let's just call this intense energy. When you free it from being pain, now it becomes free energy. What is the opposite of being a slave? Being free. So when you go, oh my God, this is pain, you are declaring it is pain and you are clamping down on it. That's not free. That's a chokehold. And it's choking the very life out of you. When you let it go and say, you are just energy. Let's call it, you can be called uncomfortable, but not pain. Because pain has too strong of a connotation. It's just uncomfortable. I want to manipulate it. I want to change it. So I'm inviting you into my space consciously versus reacting to it, reactionary to it. Since you're here, let's play. You bring up the pain or the situation or the boyfriend, the husband, the wife, the girlfriend, the job, whatever it is. And you just go, let's take a look. And you investigate. You invest yourself in your process. You investigate what you think it is. And once you come up with what you think it is, you look at it one last time and say, I'm done, and you throw it away. Because you can bet it's nothing you can think possible. Because if you could come up with what you think it is, you would not be in this situation. So now that you've played with it, monkeyed around with it, put it aside and just experience it. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. I'm okay. I'm really okay. It's uncomfortable, but I'm okay. Wow, actually, you know what? I'm really okay. So this is raw energy, huh? I'm going to see it in a whole new way that brings me into a space of holiness. So I can truly see. This is inverting the entire dynamic of pain, suffering, troubles, issues, and being in a mental state of dis-ease. No longer declare, I'm in pain, I have aches, people are causing me trouble. And so doing, God says, I love you so much. Yes, you can have it. You have to change your question, which is, I'm just simply posing a question with my being. I'm not even asking a direct question. Can you take this away from me? I will tell you the answer to that is absolutely not. Nothing will ever be taken away from you. Nothing. Nothing will be taken away from you. Nothing. You have to release it. And then the grace that has always been there will fill you. Let me get to Kelly. My beautiful Kelly says, I was wondering why I am nervous about putting my beadwork in the yard sale we are having this weekend. You already know the answer to that, Kelly. Do you want me to validate you? If you want me to validate you, Kelly, send me an exclamation point. And if you don't, it's okay. So Rachel, again, you repeat, yes, my neighbors are so nasty to me. I don't know how long this was there. I'm asking you again, you have to shift this entire dialogue with yourself, this entire mindset that this out there and the them out there is doing this to me. And then you further that by taking your own self-sabotage bat and you begin to smash your spirit. So Kelly, I'm not seeing an exclamation point. Hello, Mary. See, Kelly, you are smarter than you have been giving yourself, and I think you're catching on because I keep trapping you. A few feeds back, I said, see, Kelly, you just said it yourself. How do I do this when this happens, this happens? I said, you just explained it. That's it. I said, that's how sharp your intellect is. You posed a question to me. I kicked it back to you. You said, I got it. So that's the same process. The same reason you said, why am I so nervous to put my beadwork out in the yard? You posed the question to the universe. You didn't pose the question. You posed the question to yourself. And it wasn't about a bunch of words. You didn't literally ask yourself, why do I have this hesitation to pose? You already wrote it. So when you kick the question back to you, the light went off. So you know exactly what to do. Do exactly what you have not been doing. I love it so much. Hello, Mary. Let's see who is still here. The Shasha exploding into a light, Krista. All these beautiful ladies. Wow. I love the feminine energy. I'm humbled. Take a short pause. We're going to go into warrior mode. This was cave entrance mode. Welcome to the cave. Let me see me lane. It can get a little rough in here. Please don't see it as Keith being arrogant and Keith being forceful. Keith is being loving. If you're in here and you post something in this room, I am forewarning you. That's the teacher I can be sometimes. If you keep telling me, I don't know how to swim, I don't know how to swim, I said, we have to jump in the water. I don't know how to swim, I don't know how to swim. You have to jump in the water. After a few times, I will just pick you up and say, figure it out. Again, from my heart, if you has a sensitivity about something, that is not of a personal nature. I can read between the lines if you ever pose anything. I can use my intuition and say, this is allowed, Keith, and Keith, this is definitely not allowed, or ask permission. I'm smart in that way. But if I get the feeling that you're making yourself vulnerable and some aspect of you in a level that you don't even know you're aware of is asking of me as a teacher, I will light you on fire. And I will see you in the fire as together we move higher. It's time to go into warrior mode. Lanier Smith, my Memphis Beale Street legend. I miss you, bro. I'm going to see who's here before I take a short break. 2-minute break. It helps me to reboot into another space. I want to say hi to the newcomers. Kuliz, Cindy. Hi, Cindy. Everyone else. Rachel, welcome. It's good to see you. I'm glad to be of service to you, dear. I'm always here if you want to chat. Janelle, Shasha. I'm going to be right back as we go into warrior mode. Tonight we are talking about, I haven't talked much about it, but we will. I have, but I like calling out the theme. What veil? So for those who are seeking healing on any level, what veil? See that light coming through that cave entrance in trance? That's what's happening. You leave your shoes and your religion at the entrance, at the entrance. Because when you come into this forum, my intention is to light a fire. Light a fire. And we all jump in it, naked, vulnerable. And we burn the shit off of us. That veil is thinning. So much so, there's almost none left. So if you are seeking healing in any area of life, it is time you get busy. Because there can come a time, and it's now, because you are crossing that threshold. Not only in this cave, in the cave of your spiritual life, no matter what it is you were doing, anywhere. Choose healing through vessels like this and others. Do be careful about pseudo-spirituality. They'll keep you in the spiritual woo-woo and the fluff and the bling-bling. That is not enough, and you do not deserve that. You deserve more of what is yours. So how do I do that? By being sincere and passionate and vulnerable and humble about what you choose for yourself. The time is now to heal. If what you have been doing is not working, find a way to make it work, and you will do that with your passion to want it simply. And suddenly in the silence, simply, the new world will appear. Jump on board. Welcome to the cave. Warrior mode. Strap in. Welcome back to the cave. Leave your shoes and your religion at the entrance. You can bring your deity. I love me some deities. Leave your religion at the entrance. Why do you leave your shoes at the entrance? For where you will be going, you will be walking on sacred ground. You are the living testament that in the future they will look back to see how the world was changed. You are walking on sacred ground, my friend. Take your shoes off. Why leave the religion there as well? Because where you were going, when you step through the fire, the entrance of the fire, your religion, your belief, and your dogma will be shattered before the infinite one. So why bring it? It's beautiful on earth. It's a great celebratory way to dance Creator. Religion will take you to the entrance. Beyond that, you are crossing the great divide. You're falling into the void. You're stepping with faith. Your religion takes you so far. It's like a training wheel, and the parent says, it's yours. You have to take that leap of faith into the great divide, into the void, into the soul, by surrendering and releasing and letting go of everything you hold as dear. Those bad people, those racists, those terrorists, this religion, that racism, this, that, this, that, this, that. It's all noise. And it all gets shattered before the ancient one. The veil is thinning. It's onion skin thin. You can see through it. Your loved ones are appearing to you in dreams. Your loved ones are around you and you feel it. Everyone, check this out. Everyone is becoming empathic. We call empathic people those who feel the good shit, right? I'm empathic. Well, not necessarily. I just feel people's emotions. But that fire, that gasoline is being turned up, and everyone's abilities are getting expanded. While the veil continues to thin exponentially, everyone's abilities are going to step to the fore. That means the choices you choose, the feelings you feel, the actions you take, the words you speak, how you feel about yourself is beginning to move. Lay down and take a nap and see what's happening. Hello, Judy, Danny, mix it. People are talking about angels. Things are beginning to happen, and they will graduate to levels no one can possibly imagine. That's happening now. Creatures never known to man will reveal themselves. Don't be skeptical. Just be open-minded. I'll put that in a file. This extraterrestrial visit. I'm not sure. Looks fake. Could be real. Just look at it. Put it in a file. What else can you do? What else can you do that would be a beneficial move? Is to have an artillery warrior that you are of light at your disposal. Light is knowledge. Knowledge is wisdom. Wisdom comes from the divine, because all energy and information is passed through light. I love Christianity. Oh, love me some Jesus. What a great soul. I love me some Buddha. What a great soul. I love me some Muhammad. What a great soul. Don't let the radicalism of any of that fool you. You have been lied to, or you started to believe a lie on your own accord. It will not work to your favor. That's why I said, leave your religion at the entrance, because all of it is going to be shattered anyway. No matter how woo-woo, love and light, fuzzy, and snug and cozy you are in your belief system, soon it will become mandatory to re-examine what people think the divine actually is. Let me say that again. Soon it will become mandatory for people to re-examine what they actually think the divine is. It's happening now. And that window is open. Another beneficial purpose for this platform, this cave, is to be in a state of spiritual samadhi with God. You can do it every day of your life, even if you have a 9-to-5 job. It's about just choosing to be in that space. That one right there. The one that's all about some news bulletin, 6 o'clock news. This just in. Shh. Shh. When this becomes your default, your vision capacity opens up. Now you can recognize what the veil is. It's not this actual layer that exists on some spiritual plane that's stopping me from going there. But yes, at the same time, paradoxically, it is. So how do you get through the veil? You don't get through the veil. You get through the monkey mind. How do you do that? It's not a boring, nor is it a prying or a piercing. It's not. It requires very little from you, in fact. In fact, it requires nothing from you. It requires you to stop. Stop. You mean meditation? I mean stop. That's the gate. Right there. How many years does it take for me to meditate to be able to do that? Stop. Just stop. The veil is thin. That space right there. And so you move into it and you dwell into the cave of your sacredness. Compared to the number of souls that have ever been born, only few have been brave enough to move from slave mentality of the mind. It's the Sacred Heart. Jesus pointed to the Sacred Heart. He said, step into the fire of yourself. And in so doing, the veil that is already thinning becomes ever thinner. Ever thinner. Then you begin to feel the connection with those we think that have died. You don't feel disconnected. I feel my mother just by simply calling her up. I feel my sister simply just by calling her up. Well, Keith, isn't that your imagination? It's exactly what it is. Everything is imagination. God created everything in its image and its likeness. And as my mother was created in the image and likeness of God, so am I. So as I imagine my mother's image in her likeness and in my likeness and the capital likeness, she's present. My sister's present. You're present. That's the gift. That's your present. It's awakening. And it doesn't require all this effort, all this struggle, all this strain. But I am telling you factually, spiritual law, according to how energy moves, the law of physics, that veil is thinning. And you will either really soon be horribly losing or joyfully winning when all this really gets to spinning. You will feel that you are sainting. You will feel that you are sinning. And this is just the beginning. I get it. A world event happens. Wow, that's amazing. A world event happens. Oh, that hurts in the gut. That is your privilege. That is your preciousness of being human and having compassion and having empathy and love for the welfare of yourself and the world. People are boarding that train. And the noise will die. It's dying. It's giving it its last hurrah. Don't be a part of its last death grip. There is so much that is happening on that side of the veil. But everything is happening on this side of the veil. In fact, when you dive into the cave of your life, the cave of yourself, this doesn't even exist. There is no veil. So the mind, the egoic mind, the monkey, wants to keep that ceiling there. And that monkey does have helpers, non-corporeal beings as well as corporeal extraterrestrials, holding us at bay with psychic warfare. That's a fact. But I'm not trying to get you to lean into the fear aspect of it. Oh my God. No. That's the out there. The in here is greater than the out there. What lies within you creates worlds and universes. Songs and verses and choruses. And together, your life is a song, una. And then your life, you live a verse, universe. And the chorus, everybody together now in harmony. It's one big array of energy spinning and turning within itself, churning, burning, and turning and yearning for greater infinite possibilities through what you see in the mirror and call you. Play the game. It wants to play a game with you. Shall we play a game? Yes, I want to play the game. It's truly a game. It's been kicking your ass because you have not known the objective. So what is the objective? To see everything objectively. And in so doing, you won. You won. That's it. You win. You win. Just seeing things completely objectively. That's the object of the game of life. To go into the cave of yourself, be willing to jump out of the dogmatic belief system that has kept you from being a brave, kept you in a slave. Step with a leap of faith. Let yourself fall, ironically, so you can lift. In is upward, upward is forward, in is upward, upward is forward, in is upward, upward is forward, in is upward, upward is forward. And you begin to move. You begin to get momentum. Hello, beautiful Karen. It's not hard. It is not hard. I love reading spiritual books. They fill me inside. I love seeing the author's expression of what means something to them. And I could follow their current. I can get on a good book, in a book, and follow the author on his ride. I could follow him into his rabbit hole and feel what it's like to be him. We all do that. But that's it. That's the game. Get into the current, write the current, be objective as if you are reading a story, I understand sometimes you have to insert yourself into the story because you do have a life. You're a human being. Step back. Start reading the book of life. That's happening everywhere. That's it. You don't have to read these books. You don't have to do these poses and meditate. All that stuff is good to do. It is intention. I am in here, moving up and forward, inward, up and forward. I'm intending. So automatically live, and I automatically begin to move forward. So now you're pushing energy. You're pushing spiritual energy out into the universe and saying, so what you do is you create a force. Everything you do has fire to it. I'm serious about what I do. I'm going to set it on fire because I'm passionate, but I'm serious about it. I'm sincere. And I'm vulnerable. I'm naked. So I'm going to jump into the fire because I can't hide anything. There's nothing to be hidden. Hide implies I'm shameful and I'm hiding. One, there is no shame. Two, you can't hide. So why not play the game? Play the game. Play the game. You can't hide. Take your clothes off. When you're in your house by yourself, take your clothes off, put on music like this, dance yourself into a divine stupor. Intoxicate yourself with God. Get into a divine intoxication. Let yourself go for once, dear one. And in so doing, when that cave entrance opens, you are going to drop to your knees. You will realize why you left your shoes and your religion at the entrance. Because now you are truly in trance. You are in a divine, intoxicated trance. You are stepping into the divine fire by moving through that which kept you mired. The monkey being the slave and not the brave of doing the stepping. There is nothing else. Angels, extraterrestrials, your deceased loved ones, all that stuff is fun. It's icing on the cake. Play in that field all you want. I love that stuff. That's cool. The spiritual work is as I described. Intend. Jesus, help me. He'll say, absolutely. Jesus, take this from me. He'll say, absolutely cannot. So when you say, help me, he says, sure. Puts a thought in your head. You go inward to retrieve the thought. You move upward. You move forward. When these masters, spiritual masters, go into these caves, these Indian yogis go into the caves, or when the Tibetan Buddhists go into the monasteries, or Jesus and the light went into the wilderness or the forest, that's the cave. Do you think they brought the world with them? They were seeking God, the infinite, that shatters all illusion. It shatters everything so much so there's nothing but its will. The will of God is all that exists. That's it. Everything else is an illusion. God's will is all that exists. Well, don't I have free will? You have free will to get into the cosmic will or watch yourself dwindle via your own folly. That's your free will. It's the only choice you got. So letting go of what you think your free will is, you move from being a slave of the mind that thinks you have power into the divine ocean that wants to shower its love and grace all over you and simply, effortlessly, naturally, without strain or struggle, put you in the palm of its hand and go, and like a feather you go, merrily, 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 you float the current. I'm learning this. I am getting it. I'm learning it. I'm feeling it. I am initiating it. I'm integrating it. And I am moving. I am now putting my foot over that line. That invisible line, that threshold. There's no line there. It's just a entrance. It's a place of stepping into this is that, and once I do that, I'm into a new experience. It's like walking into a car, walking into a house, walking into a venue. It's a new place entirely. That's it. Everything else that we learn and glean from other people are reminders. Spiritual masters have come to say, this is it. I didn't ask you to start a religion. Please take my life and write this stuff down and call this Christianity because I'm the Christ. Or please take this down because I am the Buddha. Call it Buddhism. They just want you to follow. I'll be right back. This was warrior mode. Now we're going to go into diving deep. I'll see you shortly. Ya na va. This is the entrance. Ya. Wow, this is just coming to me in the moment. I know what it wants to say and I haven't said it yet. Ya, God, the heart is the gate. It's will. Wow. Ya, God, heart, will. The heart, it's the gate. It's the entrance into the sacred cave. Na is the mind that's dwelling in the cave and understanding where you are and using your intellect, the na, reasoning, discernment, as you manipulate your life, because now you got through I'm crossing the threshold. You're now nicely in the cave. Once this opens up, you begin to clear the mind so you have clarity and vision. Va, the backbone, is living in the cave, not just dwelling in it. You've created a house. House is consciousness. You've created a home for yourself so you can forever dwell and rest and live in as you raise your family, your tribe, your nation, your world. As above, so below, on forever it will go. Yanava. Ya, heart, God, will, cave entrance. Na, the mind, when it is balanced, Once you placed yourself in there and you're starting to get a really good handle on things. Va is the backbone. It's action. Carrying out your life as you move inward, upward, and forward to the place you're going to dwell, set, and rest in as the seat of the Spirit begins to anchor itself into you forevermore. You will find yourself effortlessly flowing down towards a peaceful shore. I tell you, the veil is not there. You're grasping as tight as you can, and it's slipping through your fingers. Creatures you have never known before will reveal themselves, and they will peel your eye open to what is possible. In these critical moments of change, world events, pro or con, creatures never known before, extraterrestrial visits, this, that, the other. Don't get caught in the hoopla. Wow yourself. Oh, that's awesome. Boo, that's not. That's allowed. Put it down now. Go back to the cave of being the center. The purpose of why you would look out in the first place, out and about, is so that you will know without a doubt the energy around you is moving. The eyes do play a role, dear ones, and so does your human mind. So you can understand what needs calibration, so you can bring elation to the table, and you are able. Go back to center. The world is moving. Find a place to insert yourself so you can be a contributing factor, not a reactor. Make change. Come back to the cave with an issue. I just do this, and simply you do that, and simply it's done. And that's all there is. There is nothing else. How easy is Yanavaism? How easy is that? To return through the cave of what you know as you, to reach the absolute self that you are. That's the journey for any seeker, from every land, from every religion, code, walk, talk, sect, creed. You need, have to, should, want to bleed yourself. Purge yourself of all these things. But you just caused yourself a problem when you butt yourself. All saints meditate on God. Meditate on God and you will find peace in this world. It doesn't take hours of meditation. Meditating for hours is beautiful. It takes you further into the cave. Yes, it does. But what is required of you is simply just to be still. But I know that my higher self exists within me, and it requires me to meditate, to be in it and with it. What do you think you have been doing all this time? Do you think you're not in your higher self? You are in your higher self, dear ones. Otherwise, you would not have laughter, riddles, joy, fun, good food, sharing, compassion. You're in your higher self. Don't ever let anyone ever fool you with pseudo-spirituality. The issue you're confronted with is one of your own making. And for your saking, just stop. Just stop it. Just stop. So it's not about this Om for year after year after year so you can open up the gate. The gate is open. The veil, what veil? That's it. It's right there. It's right there. Where else can it be? If you can't find it right there, you will never find it. No many years of meditating is going to save you. It's that thing. It's that little thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's that little thing. It's actually a thing, but it's not. If you can grasp that, you got it. It's that thing that's a thing, but it's not. You will not get this in any other book that will take you to any other place any greater than I'm offering to you right now. That sounds arrogant. Sure it does, because I'm correct. If I want to learn how to cook food, I go see a culinary teacher. If I want to be a fireman, I go to the fire academy. I went to the spiritual academy by hanging out with these God-realized men, and I'm blessed. And my life is of a service to offer you my entire self, even in all my folly. I love my folly. It brings me lots of jolly. Yours should as well. Don't deny the higher self and signature expression of creator that you are. There's nothing else. There's no other word. You mean I'm free? You have been free. We all have been free. The lamb was sacrificed 2,000 years ago today for our liberation today. We got to take Jesus and the concepts thereof in any religion, dogma, or culture. And we have to bring that stuff down from the old rugged cross and put it to rest. It's dead technology. It's dead. You can't bring it in the cave. You can. It will do you no good. So you walked with it all that way. Because when you get into the cave with that nonsense, it's going to be shattered. And then you will realize, after the fact, the simple truth I am imparting to you is all that ever really mattered. And now you have it. There is no veil. And to no avail, we sailed down the river. Down by the lazy river. Come on, everybody. Why the lazy river? Because we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything. Hi, Debbie. Karen says, when I go to sleep and close my eyes, I see my forehead as a big black entrance of a cave. Paramahansa Yogananda says, put the Christ principle right there and just live there. Just live there. Here's fine. Here's fine. Do both. Make them circular. It's the same entrance. But put the Christ principle. Yeah, it's an entrance. Yes, Karen. Yes, I love it. And I learned a lot in the cave. As I sleep, I see myself walk in the cave. As soon as I close my eyes, it's really cool. Hello, Nina, Judy. Thank you, everyone. It's food time for me. When I get to the spirit this way, I get to vibrate. People who die don't eat food. They ascend to a different vibration. Point being, when all of us, when we get to that level of energy, in order to come back to what we call earth reality, we have to ground. I love you. I'll be seeing you soon. My love for you is beyond measure. It is my greatest pleasure to sit here and be with you as you are with me. Yanava. Yanava.